It turns out that Blake Lively was caught on tape talking about how she manipulates people around her in order to take control of the movies upon which she works.
Blake stole the movie from him. Even Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively themselves, that all but confirms that yes, Ryan used his nice pool character in Deadpool and Wolverine to mock Justin Baldoni.
I know some people like this movie. Some people are stupid.
Hollywood just got a whole lot messier. Ben Shapiro just annihilated Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively over a shocking lawsuit with Justin Baldoni. And the drama doesn't stop there. Could Deadpool and Wolverine be hiding a secret jab at Baldoni? Buckle up, because this story is wild.
You are an actress. Unless you signed on as a producer or a director, there's literally no reason why your creative input should matter. You're an actor. If you want to write your own script, you should go write your own script. If you want to sign on to a movie with the understanding that you're going to actually make script change it.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have always been seen as Hollywood's untouchable power couple. Funny, charismatic, and seemingly drama-free. But according to new reports, they've been playing a much bigger role behind the scenes of a major Hollywood production than anyone realized. And it's not just them. Taylor Swift is allegedly involved too. Insiders claim that Reynolds, Lively, and Swift weren't just offering suggestions on set. They were pressuring director Justin Baldoni to make massive changes to the script of his upcoming movie. And not just small tweaks, we're talking serious rewrites, tone shifts, and even casting changes. Their goal? To shape the film into something that aligned more with their personal vision. But here's where it gets even crazier. Sources say that when Baldoni pushed back, refusing to compromise his artistic control, things got ugly. The A-list trio allegedly began leveraging their power in Hollywood, applying behind-the-scenes pressure, making calls, and ensuring that Baldoni felt cornered.
You don't make fun of Justin Baldoni. You don't make fun of the situation.
At this point, the debate is splitting Hollywood in half. Some claim that Reynolds and Lively were simply advocating for a better film, that their influence only helped the project. Others, however, see it as a blatant abuse of power, a classic case of celebrities overstepping their boundaries and forcing a director to bend to their will. But this controversy doesn't stop here, because what happened next took things to an entirely different level.
But there's also a huge part of me that's like, really, dude? This is so petty. Because it's like, if he really did all the things he said it was what to your wife, such as Blake Lively not wanting to meet with the intimacy coordinator that Justin set up for her. I'm good, I don't need it. There's a bunch of stuff about her blocking these scenes with him earlier. So much of what Justin's texts are revealing absolutely start to crack the narrative that Blake Lively has put out, at least her team has put out, to try to save face. And I gotta say, it makes Blake, in my opinion, look 10 times worse. Again, there's a part of me that's like, if there was no lawsuits and they didn't get along and there was a problem and like fine, okay. But to do these lawsuits and say how serious this is, and then to do this kind of weird mockery as if, I don't know, what do you guys think? I don't like it.
Ben Shapiro didn't hold back when he...
If you thought these accusations were just speculation, think again. Because a leaked recording of Blake Lively just surfaced, and what she says in it is jaw-dropping. In the clip, Lively openly admits that she refuses to just be an actor. She talks about how she needs to have creative control over the projects she works on, whether it's the script, the costumes, or even how certain scenes play out. She even acknowledges that some directors resent her interference, but she does it anyway. And here's where things get really wild.
The theory that he was man buns and all, that this was all a knock on Justin. Now, Justin infamously had a man bun. In fact, he cut it off for charity, guys. But there he is.
Fans are now questioning, was she referring to Justin Baldoni? Did she force her way into changing his film just like she described? And did her Hollywood connections, including her husband and Taylor Swift, help her pull it off? But it gets even worse. Because this controversy isn't just about one film. It's about Hollywood's biggest stars wielding influence behind the scenes. And it raises a serious question. Are A-listers like Lively and Reynolds becoming too powerful? Think about it. Directors are supposed to have creative control over their films. But if actors, especially actors with huge industry clout, can override them, then who's really calling the shots in Hollywood? And while this debate rages on, another shocking twist emerged. in the form of a secret Easter egg inside Deadpool and Wolverine that might be a direct shot at Justin Baldoni. This is where things take an absolutely insane turn. Because according to eagle-eyed fans, Deadpool and Wolverine may have a hidden character that's a direct insult to Justin Baldoni.
That Ryan was so petty enough after all this to create a whole character in Deadpool and Wolverine as a way of trolling Justin Baldoni. Here's the clip in question that many are attributing as a trolling of Justin.
But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool.
Meet Nice Pool, a bizarre, overly cheerful character introduced in the film. At first glance, it just seems like another goofy Deadpool joke. But then people started to notice Nice Pool looks eerily similar to Baldoni. He has the same mannerisms. He speaks in a nearly identical tone. Even his appearance is suspiciously on the nose. Coincidence? Not likely. Fans immediately began connecting the dots, questioning if Ryan Reynolds deliberately included this character as a way to mock Baldoni over their behind-the-scenes battle. And if that's true, then Reynolds didn't just take creative control. He actually used Deadpool to humiliate someone on a global scale. And let's be real, this wouldn't be the first time Hollywood has used movies to send not-so-subtle messages. We've seen similar digs happen before where real-life feuds get subliminally referenced in films. But if Reynolds really did this, then we're talking about a next-level power move. But the question is, was this a joke or a straight-up personal attack? And what does it say about Reynolds' growing influence in Hollywood? And just when you think things couldn't get worse, Ben Shapiro enters the chat.
You are an actress. Unless you signed on as a producer or a director, there's literally no reason why your creative input should matter. You're an actor. If you want to write your own script, you should go write your own script. If you want to sign on to a movie with the understanding that you're going to actually make script changes.
And he just obliterated Ryan Reynolds in a brutal movie review. As if things couldn't get any worse for Reynolds, Ben Shapiro just dropped one of the most brutal movie reviews of the year. And let's just say, it was not pretty. In his scathing critique of Deadpool and Wolverine, Shapiro ripped Reynolds apart, calling the movie too long and packed with repetitive jokes, a complete mess with zero plot. Every single joke is just Ryan Reynolds ad-libbing the same thing over and over. But then, Shapiro took it a step further. He said that Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't just a bad movie, it was proof that Ryan Reynolds is no longer funny. According to him, Reynolds' overused comedic style has become predictable, forced, and exhausting to watch.
I know some people like this movie. Some people are stupid.
And here's where things get interesting, because this review split the internet in half. Some fans defended Reynolds, calling him a comedic genius and shutting down Shapiro's criticism. But others agreed, saying that Deadpool's humor is starting to feel stale, predictable, and unoriginal. So this raises the big question. Is Ryan Reynolds finally losing his touch? And if he is, then what happens next? At this point, Ryan Reynolds is at the center of a storm unlike anything he's faced before. The Justin Baldoni lawsuit, the Deadpool and Wolverine controversy, and now Ben Shapiro's ruthless critique. All of it is fueling an intense debate over Reynolds' career, his creative influence, and his future in Hollywood. So the question is Hollywood turning against him? Some believe this is just a temporary rough patch. Reynolds has been in the game for years, and his charisma, comedic timing, and ability to market himself flawlessly have always kept him on top. It's possible that once this controversy blows over, he'll return stronger than ever. Perhaps even using this drama as a marketing tool for his next big project. But others argue that this is a turning point, and not in a good way. Reynolds' signature humor, the sarcastic, fast-talking, fourth wall-breaking style that made him a household name, might be wearing thin. Fans are starting to notice that his roles, especially as Deadpool, often rely on the same type of jokes, the same delivery, and the same formula. When you combine that with the allegations that he's interfering in Hollywood projects, people start asking, is Reynolds getting too comfortable in his success? And that's dangerous in Hollywood. Comedic legends don't last forever unless they evolve. Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, and even Will Ferrell, all of them had to pivot when audiences started to get tired of their usual routine. If Reynolds doesn't make a move soon, whether it's by taking on more serious roles, changing up his comedic approach, or stepping back from the spotlight for a while, he risks becoming irrelevant. And let's not forget, this isn't just about Reynolds. Blake Lively and Taylor Swift are tied to this mess too. If people start seeing them as a Hollywood power clique that bullies directors and controls projects behind the scenes, their reputations could also take a hit. So what's next for Ryan Reynolds? Does he double down on his humor and keep pushing forward? Does he take a dramatic turn and reinvent himself? Or does he stay silent, hoping this all fades away? One thing's for sure, Hollywood is watching closely. And as we all know, in this industry, a fall from grace can happen faster than anyone expects. But this leads to an even bigger question. What do you think? This entire situation is spiraling fast, and at this point, it's impossible to ignore. Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, Taylor Swift, Justin Baldoni, and even Ben Shapiro. This controversy has everyone talking. And now we want to hear your thoughts. Did Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively secretly hijack Justin Baldoni's film? Some people say they were just passionate about the project, while others believe they completely overstepped their boundaries and bullied Baldoni into submission. Was Nice Pool a shady move or just a coincidence? The resemblance to Baldoni is uncanny, and some say there's no way it was unintentional. But maybe it really was just another random Deadpool gag? What do you think? And here's the biggest question of all. Is Ben Shapiro right? Is Ryan Reynolds' comedy finally getting old? Some fans say his wisecracking style will never get boring, while others believe it's becoming repetitive and predictable. If that's the case, how long before audiences start losing interest? One thing is clear, this isn't just a minor Hollywood drama. It's a massive moment for Reynolds, and how he handles this situation could determine what happens next in his career. Will he respond? Ignore it? Or will he completely change the game and prove everyone wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments because let's be real, this discussion is far from over. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. There's way more to come, and trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Until next time, stay tuned, stay sharp, and stay watching.